Welcome to our video podcast. We were voted one of the best in the marketing research industry, first in 2019 and again in 2020. And this year we've been designated by FeedSpot as one of YouTube's very best locations when you're looking for market research information and especially news. This is Research Business Daily Report. We're seen Monday, Wednesday, and Friday most weeks, presenting a news item that we feel pretty confident you have not seen or heard about anywhere before. We do rely on viewer support, but we'll talk to you about that at the end of today's video. I'm Bob Lederer. I'm in my 27th year as the respected voice in market research. Andrea Johnson, AG journalist for Lee Agri-Media, provided us with an inside look at how a segment of the beef industry raises its funding for research and then conducts and uses consumer research for benefit. Johnson quoted Minnesota Beef Council's CEO Kelly Schmidt, who said, quote, "Consumption is one thing and demand is another. We want to make sure that beef is ready and available when consumers want it," he said, "how they want it, and where they want it." The Minnesota Beef Council uses a consumer research dashboard and provides users with it because it helps identify ways to develop future demand, and it is executed by the Federation of State Beef Councils. Every time a bovine or member of the broad cattle group is born in the state of Minnesota, $1 is collected, 50 cents of which is forwarded to the Cattlemen's Beef Board, and the other 50 cents is retained by the Minnesota Beef Council. All of that goes into different types of research. The Minnesota Beef Council applies some of its dollars to find out about local consumers. The Federation of State Beef Councils conduct a consumer research program, and part of it focuses on questionnaires that are sent to 150 consumers in each market area. Answers are collected and compared with nearby states as well as national results. The dashboard, which I mentioned earlier, presents and evaluates consumer information, but special attention is paid to changes in consumer opinion. Groups are curious about consumer knowledge about beef production, which admittedly, and not surprisingly, I guess, is spotty. Questions probe beef preparation, especially recently during the pandemic, and now it is being compared to what's happening today as the pandemic hopefully is waning. Also looked at is whether beef is considered healthy, as well as a good source of protein. On top of that, beef's compelling features, for instance, taste versus nutrition, its safety and value, trust in the beef product, and awareness of the product. The overall focus is on demand drivers, as we mentioned before. Taste has leaped ahead of all the other purchase factors, and regional preferences are shown to be better and less from area to area. The Minnesota Beef Council is also under the gun to promote attractive new recipes. Research has delivered sufficient actionable information to this point that the Federation's beef updates have been elevated to annual reports. They used to be standard updates every few years, so there's been great progress here. That's a wrap on today's Research Business Daily Report. As we mentioned at the start of today's video, we'd love for you to become a supporter, what we call an RBDR Patreon supporter, which means that you would agree to provide a monthly contribution, the size of which is entirely up to you. You can visit our exclusive crowdfunding platform at patreon.com/RBDR and decide for yourself the level of support that you think you can afford and that you think we deserve. Whatever that may be, thank you in advance. We hope you have a good research day. We'll be back here on Friday ready to welcome you back. Until then, please stay safe.